Hello everyone and welcome to Blaugrana Everything and welcome back to the channel and welcome to what is going to be mostly a Barca news roundup. That's right. Yes, I know we've been living in the La La Land that is the World Cup, but that's coming to an end and football is going to come back, club football will be returning and we've got just about 12 days or maybe less. Actually, I'm really bad with math right now because I don't even know which day I'm thinking of until Barcelona plays their next La Liga match against Espanyol. So let's get into just looking quickly at some of the things that we'll be discussing ahead of what is going to be a return to action for FC Barcelona. So we've got some news with regards to transfers, starting with Memphis Depay and then talking about Sergio Busquets and couple new things that we're hearing about right backs. We're going to talk about all of that, including a little section of what I will now be calling sauce news, just to help people know what kind of news they should probably take with a grain of salt. Now, before I go any further, I'm going to obviously ask you to hit like and subscribe if this is your first time tuning in, and also I will say happy birthday to Eze Abdi because it is his birthday today, the 17th of December. When I'm recording this, though you'll probably be watching this on the 18th, but it doesn't matter. I'm saying it today. Happy birthday, Abdi. And it's unfortunate that on your birthday, you couldn't get that bronze medal to take home to show for all the good effort that you've put in with your team during this World Cup. Okay, let's go ahead now and talk about that news regarding Memphis Depay. And it is rumored that Chelsea are in for the services of Memphis Depay. So, in a turn of events that has me really wondering, why didn't you just sign the dude in the summer? Because I think we all remember Chelsea were heavily linked with Memphis Depay in the summer, but they chose not to buy him, buying Aubameyang instead. And that didn't work out too well for them. Now they want to get in for Memphis Depay, and Memphis is apparently not very interested in leaving Camp Nou this January. Not that I can blame him, right? Stay with Barcelona, potential La Liga title race things, maybe you're the guy who comes off the bench, scores a goal that wins Barcelona a La Liga title, I'd pick that as well over whatever it is that Chelsea has going on at the moment. And speaking of not going anywhere in January, joining Memphis Depay in camp, I'm not leaving Barca this January, is none other than Sergio Busquets, who is definitely not going anywhere this January, as the Barcelona legend is intent on seeing out his current contract and being part of one last La Liga title challenge, and then maybe after figuring out whether he wants to put in one more season in La Liga or to head for the very warm waters of Miami in the MLS with Miami, with what? Inter Miami. Yeah, that's what they're called, Inter Miami. Busi, though, did announce that he will be retiring from international football, so he's not going to be making any more appearances for La Furia Roja, and that World Cup will, sadly be his last memory with the Spain national team, crashing out in the round of 16 against Morocco. And, well, all I could say is, all the best still for you, Busi, and let's hope you can get through the rest of the season with good performances. Anywho, moving on from all the not moving in January stories, and let's talk about some potentially could be coming to Barca in January stories, as we're looking at Barcelona, who are in the hunt for a right back. So, it's all but confirmed by now that Hector Bellerin won't have his one-year contract renewed, and naturally Mateo Alemany is a busy man as he's looking at right-back options for FC Barcelona, and it's rumored that right now Arnau Martinez, Pedro Porro and Diogo Dalot are the names on a shortlist. The first two could be signed as soon as January, should everything go the way that Alemany would want it to go. And as for Dalot, well, we'll keep an eye on that whole scenario to see how things exactly will develop, especially of course with Dalot, who is yet to renew his currently expiring contract at Manchester United. But you'd imagine that the last place Man United would want him going is Barcelona after the recent prickly relationship between the two clubs, and one can only imagine how much worse it'll get after that Europa League date. The last thing you'd want to do is lose a highly rated right back to FC Barcelona if you're Manchester United. Okay, so I will wrap up with some sus news. Now, of course, my calling this sus isn't necessarily me saying that it's false news, because I do believe the person who this news is coming from is quite reliable, but it's just news which doesn't make sense, like, something isn't adding up kind of news. So apparently during his Barcelona pitch, Xavi Hernandez told Jules Kounde that he intended to make the French international one half of the world's best centre-back partnership with Arnau. Now, obviously Kounde has spent a lot of time playing right back, because who else would you rather play there right now if you're Xavi Hernandez, right? Anyway, according to Tony Juan Marti, Jules Kounde has had enough of the whole right back stint, and man wants Xavi Hernandez to keep his promises and play him at center back. In fact, not only does he want this, he expects this, and put an exclamation mark on that. Okay, so this is the reason why I'm saying that it's sus news. Okay, I do actually happen to trust Tony Juan Marti. He tends to get some good leaks from agents and player representatives and club representatives, but because I think that Jules Kounde is professional enough to understand why he's been playing so much at right back and that the team needs him to play there, I'm kind of looking at this news thinking, is it really true? Because you see, it's no different from his situation at the World Cup with France right now. Okay, France need him at right back because Pavard is injured, and he has been professional enough to firm it, to just endure it, be like, yeah, they do need me, I will swallow this pill, even though he would rather be playing at center back. And I think that he can be equally as professional with Barcelona, realizing that Barca are in the same place, right, that France are at, especially since it's public news also that Barcelona are actively looking for a starting right back. Like, that's literally the first thing we talked about in here, right? Barcelona looking for a starting right back. Okay, it wasn't the first thing, it was like the second or third. I just thought about it now. But never mind. So there is no motivation, I think, if you're Jules Kounde, to start stirring up crap and destabilizing the dressing room by making difficult demands that aren't in the coach's best interest to make. And that's the reason why I listed this story here coming from Tony Juan Marti as sus news. It's not against you, Tony. It's not anything personal. It's just like, this does not add up. Alrighty, that's actually that for the Barcelona news roundup for today. And we're left, of course, with waiting for that World Cup final, where we will have Ousmane Dembele and Jules Kounde in action, as well as, a certain La Masia legend going by the name of Lionel Messi. So, may the best man win. And hopefully you're going to tune in here, where we're going to talk about how Dembele and Kounde performed in that final. And we'll look forward to everything that's coming ahead in La Liga, and of course next year in the Europa League. Yeah. Anywho, thank you for tuning in, guys. Have a great day, and Forza Barça.